Chris Chinnock here for Display Daily at the ITSEC 2014. Just had a chance to visit the Eyevis booth. What they're showing back over here is kind of an interesting little pod. This is basically a personalized simulator. The top lowers down here, and it's got two projectors that project onto the screen. There's a joystick for driving this thing. It's a helicopter simulation. Now, I got a chance to sit inside it, but the controls were not working. Now, they also noted that the contrast is very low inside this projector, inside this module. Even with the light level of projectors at about 40% of normal, it's still very low contrast. The reason? Cross light contamination because of the screen that's in there. It's a standard white single gain screen. What they really want to do is take that down to probably about a 0.5 gain gray screen to bring back the contrast to make this thing a much more useful projector. There's another demo just around the corner where they have the same projectors, and they do have good contrast. And now that is a gray screen with about a 0.8 gain. So it's clearly makes sense. In addition, they told me that there's kind of two modes that they use when they use these simulators, especially in things like in full flight simulators where this particular engine is used. So they have a daylight mode where they actually desaturate the colors. This is an LED projector. They desaturate the colors, but they kind of make the colors look natural. So the green has to look the right kind of green for a grass. The red has to be not too saturated. But then in nighttime mode, they then expand the color points to make them more saturated colors. And they bring the brightness down to the 30% level. But because of the HK effect, it doesn't seem at 30%. It's somewhere in between that and 100% because of the more saturated colors. So it's an interesting use of the technology. Because there are no real standards for color calibration in flight and manned simulators. The way it works is they just, a trained eye goes in and says, this looks about right, tweak it this way or tweak it that way. When it's about the right color, especially in the greens, then they match everything else to that. So no calibration to sRGB or Rec 709, which is kind of interesting. That's a story from Eyevis. Chris Chinnock for Display Daily at ITSEC 2014.